I also didn't expect to do this today. I kind of did this on a whim last night. Fully attack power up. That'll be useful. But I don't know if it's going to be particularly good over E-Ring, to be honest. Okay, so relic setup. We got the E-Ring, which is +1 additional character skill use, which is so hard to play without on Wilder after having it. Our activation spreads fire in area, which is just nice to have. Stamina recovery on landing attacks, which is also just kind of nice to have. We got the ever important Everjail relic, which will give us 5% increased damage for every single Everjail that we complete. So opening the Everjail and then killing the boss, you don't actually need to get the perk, but obviously I'm going to anyway. And then the Wilder follow-ups, improved carry and sword sorcery, which I'm not going to use, and holy attack power up, which is good for Everdark Tricephalos, because Tricephalos is weak to holy. Okay, that's better. Not an incredible map. Actually, I think I'm gonna do the key check here first, and then go up to the top left Everjail and then north Everjail. The routing here is a bit weird because we just don't have that many key checks nearby. Is there a holy cathedral so I can get a holy weapon? No, I don't see one. That's unfortunate. That's fine. Realistically, I should probably actually fight the boss here to get a level. But that's probably fine. Hello, Krista. Welcome. Double stone sword key. Okay, the routing just got a lot easier. I am, however, going to go fight this guy because I'm a coward. The follow-ups, while admittedly they won't be very good for damage on Tricephalus, they just make Wilder so much more fun. Also, stance breaking is so much easier than in solo than in trios. Like in trios, the poise scaling is so crazy. I did an entire fight with Everdark Tricephalus in trios as a raider with double colossal greatswords and didn't get a single stance break. That'll be good to use after I finish this first ever Jow. Colon 4. I just realized. Hopefully I get something like, I don't know, Brave Warden and not Beastman on the first ever jail. Banish Knights on the first ever jail is like the worst possible thing, and I get it so often. Oh my god, another key check. The routing is being very nice today. Don't have enough money for Nightreign. No key, unfortunate. I think it's pretty worth it. If you end up getting enough money and have the chance to buy it, I think it's a very fun game. I have over 200 hours in it now if you count the network test time. If you don't, that's fine. If you don't count network test time, I have 180 hours, I think, on Steam. Okay, this is not a safe follow-up, but I want the fire. Do something. Do something. Unfortunately, I do have to parry the Crucible Knight as a Wilder main, or farming is my job. Okay, no tail follow-up, that's good. Oh my god, that was so fast. Don't have enough money, full stop, that's fair. I'm gonna ult. Should probably save this for the next ever jail, admittedly, but it's fine. Is this a purple or is this a blue? I think this is purple. It's a purple, 20k. Level 5. I want to go to the northmost ever jail because that one is a little bit harder to route in than the ones after that. Madness Camp. If we were fighting anything other than Everdark Tricephalus, I would take my chances for the Vike's War Spear, but unfortunately, fighting Everdark Tricephalus, so the Vike's War Spear is probably one of the worst possible weapons I could use. I'm trying to think of, like, weaknesses overall, right? There aren't very many bosses in this game that are resistant. Where are they healing? That's kind of unfortunate. I would like to have all three, if possible. There aren't that many bosses that are resistant to fire. I think Holster Phase 2 might be a little resistant to fire. Otherwise, it's just Tricephalos. So, I have a fire damage build on Wilder that just shreds through most of the game, including especially Noster and Caligo, which are the two that are actually weak to fire. The thing with like streaming this game, I've been wanting to do it more because I really like this game and I play it all the time. But I want to like gauge viewer interest and stuff. You think this character can outrun Torrent? Yeah, absolutely. Unfortunately, Torrent is not very fast. Having played Elden Ring recently, going back to it feels so slow. It's so weird. It is a good thing I did not save my ult for this Everjail. That is a pretty good circle. It's a good thing I did top left first. Got a good spawn for this seed. Yeah, I can't route... Theoretically, I could route the rightmost Everjail right now. I don't think that's a very good idea, because I will 100% have to take out the field boss, and if it's red, I'm just screwed. For those of you who don't know, red bosses are the slightly stronger field bosses. So you have things like Leonine, Elder Lion, Hippo, but then you have red field bosses, which would be like, I don't know, Ancestor Spirit is one of them. The other Crucible Knight. Okay. Unfortunately, I can't parry this one as well, but it is not anything like Fortnite. I think from the fact that I'm playing solo, you can gather that was extremely easy. That ult was instrumental to that. It is nothing like Fortnite. You do like run around and gather weapons from camps and stuff. There's a lot less RNG than it might seem like at first. There is like a significant amount of RNG involved for sure, but it's not absurd. There are ways to make runs a lot more consistent. It really kind of depends on your build. There are some builds that are really fun that are heavily RNG dependent, but there are also a lot of not very RNG dependent builds. As you can see, I'm being very not careful, because you really just don't need to be against a lot of bosses in this game, because you just have like so much more mobility and like everything in this game. There are some bosses where you do genuinely need to be really careful. The Everdarks are a good example of that really up the difficulty, with something like, I don't know, there are bosses that will, you know, two-shot you at most levels. Blackblade Kindred is a red boss who will absolutely shred you if you're not careful. I don't have a key. I just realized that. Okay, I have 2 key checks in the circle right now. This one, I'm gonna get this healing, go south, get that key check. If you don't know, key checks are at cathedrals, which are these buildings, forts and castles, which are these, and then also very rarely out of these little chests, which only show up if you have specific relics on, or if you get the local clues from certain places, which I believe it's only the forts and little castles. Oh. Have fun playing your base. I hope you enjoy playing it. BBK or worst nightmare? I don't know, BBK isn't that bad most of the time. That said, if you're only using like Slash or Holy or something, it's not super great. But if you have magic or blunt damage, it's pretty easy. Well, I don't know, I'm a Wilder main and I'm used to high mobility, so that might be part of why. I do kind of want to do a cave so I can get a purple weapon guaranteed, but I also don't want to purple this weapon. I prefer to purple something that isn't fire attack power. Key? Give me a key? No key. Two keys from here would be incredible? No. You play Raider? Yeah. Yeah. That's fair. You also play Iron Eye though, don't you? Sometimes? Iron Eye makes BBK a joke. If you have a hammer. Okay, there's a key. I probably shouldn't be going to this Everjail. I at least need to hit a Grace before I do that. I should do this one. This one's just going to be so much safer. Easier. And that's going to be 4 of 7, day 1. I have 2 key checks left. And 4 jails left with 1 key. I'll probably only be able to do 5 or 6 over jails. Yeah, this map is almost directly ripped out of, what's it called? In this game, it's Limveld. It's Limgrave, yeah. This map is almost 1-for-1 Limgrave with a few exceptions. Like you have, you know, like a keel down here. This is literally just, not Stormvale, Stormhill. Like 1-for-1, it's the direct bridge. You even have like a tunnel down in the lake. It's in a slightly different position from the mine in Elden Ring, but it's just like so similar. Okay, I would like to get all 3 of these guys as close as possible so I can do that. I missed one, but that's not a big deal. I can just do 2 charge attacks and it should die. Or at least get its poise broken. That's just when you're feeling like melting things. Raider has good DPS, to be fair. Without sending you a... That's rude. Affinity damage negation actually probably won't be bad. I think... Wait, really? I don't think I've ever seen that happen. YouTube is usually pretty good about that. There might be a threshold for super chats? Well, no, because you've done super chats of that amount, haven't you? Weird. Well, thank you for the $1 regardless. I don't know if I'll get it or not. But I do appreciate it. Pumpkinhead back shots. Is it in live chat? Took money from your card. It's so weird. You might get a chargeback, hopefully. Hopefully it doesn't just take your money. I want to try to grab this healing before the boss. Again, I do want to get all 3 if I can. Bottom left is... Oh, there's another key check I didn't see. That's good. Okay. We might have a chance to do all the Everjails. Again, though, I do genuinely appreciate the money. $2 is the minimum for... Well, thank you, Krista. I'm pretty sure... Because the currencies are different, right? And I'm pretty sure I've been given message... Or yeah, I've had messages with $1. I don't know. That's weird. Okay, routing... I think it makes sense to do the 2 rightmost key checks. Get this Everjail. Oh wait, I didn't do that. The rightmost Everjail. Okay. The rightmost key checks, right Everjail, bottom right Everjail. Other 2 key checks, this Everjail, and then the healing. Not particularly in that order on those last ones, but hopefully I'll be able to get all the Everjails and then do a good portion of the Middle Castle. Middle Castle is the highest scaling area on the normal map, and also gives you a ton of runes. It's Trolls. That's so unfortunate. Trolls gives you the least runes of any possible castle boss, or layout, rather. Of which there are Crucible Knights. Hold on, it's in there somewhere. Banished Knights and Trolls. Oh, you know, I probably shouldn't have aggroed the Trolls. Oh, that's fine. I don't know, if you haven't played Nightreign because you're worried about, like, it being, like, Fortnite, it is nothing similar to Fortnite. It is... I mean, it's a roguelite, right? It's more a roguelite than anything else, which I guess you could argue Fortnite is as well, but it's PvE. It's a lot more consistent than something like Fortnite would be. A lot of strategies work the same no matter what seed you get. There are only... what, like 80 seeds? It's It's 40 seats per boss, I want to say. I think it's 20 for the normal castle layout. And then another 5 for Shifting Earth, which are like special map layouts. Oh my god. Ah. Let me not die to the easiest boss in the game. I swear to god. Run Noclateo to get rid of Castle RNG, that makes sense. I don't know, I like Castle, just because I really love the Crucible Knights. I think Crucible Knights are really, really fun. That's fun. I'm losing it. Okay. Thank you so much, Awkward Tree. That means a lot, even if you're too tired to come up with something clever to say. Regardless of what you say after giving me money, you still gave me money, so I'm still going to be extremely appreciative. Oh no, you've tempted Krista. Wait until tomorrow for the actual stream. You can, if you really want to, you can take your crown back then. Yeah, trolls definitely need to give more runes. Like, not even necessarily because of their difficulty or annoyance. Like, genuinely just for balance purposes. The troll castle has the least runes available by far of any castle layout. Like, it's not even close. Banished Knights is still less than Crucible Knights, but it's not, like, that dramatic as opposed to Trolls, which barely give you any runes in comparison to the Crucible Knights. Thank you so much for the other dollar, Smo. That means a lot. Next Cav. He'll probably aggro during this fight, but it shouldn't be an issue. This Evergel always has a field boss next to it. And sometimes... Oh, that's a little bit more of an issue. If I could attack the boss, hello? I should one hand for speed build-up. I swear to god. You having fun? What is going on? Okay, well, there's a bleed. Hello? This might be the worst possible spot to get Dragon. Which is saying a lot, because getting Dragon is pretty rough in most circumstances. Okay, whatever, I'll just try to get the leg. I don't care anymore. No! I thought that was a cliff, but everything's fine. Here we go. Stuck on Horaloo. Personally, I don't super love Horaloo. I do understand liking it. I know a lot of people do really like it, but personally not my favorite. Ancient Dragon moment? Yeah. Not an incredibly fun fight, but a very cool one most of the time. Gives like 9 legendary checks. I know, like, realistically it's better, but once you run Noclateo for the 5th time and get, you know, Axe of Godfrey or the Great Horn for the 16th time, it's like, okay, I want to do something else. I've played too much Noclateo recently. If this takes me too many tries, I will run Noclateo just for the chance at getting better weapons, but, you know. Okay, fight. In base game Elden Ring... Oh, I don't know, actually. There's not that many that I super love in base Elden Ring. DLC included, it would by far be Romina. I love the Romina fight. I just started a playthrough of Elden Ring, too. I don't know, really. A lot of them are just like, okay, boss fight. Okay, it's over. Or, okay, boss fight. I spent 30 minutes of my life on a fight that I don't even find very fun. Because they kept doing one spin move that one-shot me. Because I went to this underleveled. So it's like, you know, I find it hard to like a lot of Elden Ring bosses. In Nightreign, my favorite Night Lord would probably be Maris, but I know I'm weird for that. My second favorite would be Noster, which I know I'm also weird for. Most people don't like Noster. Let me think. Who else do I like? Adele is really fun. Gladius is really fun. I mean, like, I like most of the Night Lords, admittedly. Oop. You know, this would have been a pretty great. He has a grab move. Forgot about that. Okay, hold on. Let me not be cocky against Grave Warden Duelist. Give me a second. Oh my god. Are you... I think that kills me. Oh my god, I'm alive. I almost just died to Grave Warden Duelist. Okay, the thing about Libra, I like Libra sometimes, right? Sometimes Libra is an incredibly fun fight. Sometimes it's one of my least favorite fights in the game. And there's not really any in between. Okay, I need to hurry. Bird. Professional, by the way. Menace? Kinda. Vulgar. Okay, look. I don't hate bugs. I'm just scared of them. And bug bosses, I don't have to be scared of because I can beat them senseless, you know? So it checks out. And with Noster, it's kind of different. You know exactly why. Yeah, professional. Professional is a strong word, but technically I'm making money off of this, so. Technically. 200 hours in Nightreign, by the way. Almost dying to Grave Warden Duelist. Beginning of day 2 at level 12. Like, I only have a blue weapon. I have an excuse. I do... As soon as I finish this last Everjail, I'm rushing bottom and top boss to hopefully get a half-decent weapon. Assuming the game lets me do the Everjail. Yeah, the giant hands, they actually precede Centipede Demon in this game. So if you ever get Centipede Demon as a night boss, you'll have the hands crawling around at the beginning of the fight, and you need to kill them to spawn Centipede Demon. Or, I mean, technically you don't need to kill them. Okay, of course. But it's... you need to wait a while for them to spawn if you don't kill them. Had bad luck for circles and drop chances. I mean... if we get a key here. Rather, if we don't get a key here, I'll believe it. Ugh. Don't mind me getting smacked in the face by an abductor virgin. Okay, come on. Give me a key, please. I'm gonna have to fight this Everjail in the storm, but I have my ult, so it's fine. Now watch it be Godskin Duo. Can you get 2 gold Everjails in the same run? Have a good night, Hawkbread Tree. Thank you for the money. Hope you sleep well. Okay, give me something... not this. Okay, I'm suddenly complaining a lot less. Still though. Beastly Brigade is unfortunate. Oh, come on. Okay, don't die to Beastly Brigade either. That one would be slightly more forgivable than dying to Grave Warden Duelist. Extremely disrespectful backhand. I'll take stance breaking. Okay. Castle bottom boss. Gotta go the long way because the game decided the storm would be there. Yeah, if I can't get to at least level 14, I mean, 12 is the soft cap because of how the game is, but the extra health is very, very useful for Everdarks. So if I can't get to like at least 14, this is going to be a bad time. Just kind of gotta hurry through these 2 bosses and then hope I get a good holy weapon. And if not, I'll be using a purple forked greatsword. So we'll see how that goes. Watch us be Brian. Okay, we're good. Oh my god. I'm being unnecessarily greedy on these bosses. I swear I'll be a little bit more careful on the actual boss that we're here to fight. Oh, I need to watch my stamina. I don't think that was 6th Sense. There's like a weird grab dodge that characters do when you dodge a grab that is different from normal dodges. Cordovas? Helvins. Or Helfins. Helfins is probably better. I don't think it would, actually. I do have Flaming Strike, but it's still a pure physical weapon. And I don't know how good Ghost Flame is going to be on Gladius. Guess we'll see. If I don't get something better. Drake, sure. Drake is probably pretty good for this. I'm not even gonna try the faster of the two shortcuts to the top boss. Just because it's precise and I need to hurry. And if I fail it, it's just gonna be a huge waste of time. Jump, please. I'm pressing the jump button, I swear. Okay, what do we got? Not Erdtree Avatar, but that's fine. Hopefully, it ends up being fine anyway. I think I need to jump that. Yeah, again, I think that's one I definitely need to jump. I think that's true of base Elden Ring as well. I've iframed it before, but on characters that aren't Wilder, and I don't know how iframes are in this game. Ow. At least it's not like DTS. DTS would have taken significantly longer. There you go, good timing. Hurry, please, give me something good. No. Okay. Definitely will be level 15. I would like to hit a merchant to get an extra winding. I'm gonna grab real quick. Oops, accidentally just head-buttered my microphone. Merchants are guaranteed to sell winding graces solo. All the small merchants share the same inventory. Big Merch does have a different inventory, but I think he also has another winding grace if you're playing solo. But the merchant in the Spirit Shelter also has a winding grace, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. If this is like Erdtree Avatar, or like... Well, it can't be Ancestor Spirit, because it was over near the other place. Deathrite Bird. I don't have time for that. I'm not good enough at Deathrite Bird. I'll just do the camp here. Definitely get to level 15 from that at least. Hopefully. I think it's 14k from the Madness Troll. I kind of hate that camps just are not worth it ever, unless you're trying to kill time, or like you really want a specific elemental type weapon. I also kind of hate that the Evergel relic makes Evergels the best point of interest. And if you have a Shifting Earth, it's just rush Evergels, then rush Shifting Earth, and that's kind of it. I don't know. I feel like this game has a lot of balancing issues like that. Maybe I should... not that. Using this. For a bleed. Hey, a bleed. That was a good crit. There it is. Flask Restoration is good. Okay, level 15 for the Night 2 boss is more than good enough. Not an incredible weapon to have. The two that I have that are actually viable, but... I don't know. I'd prefer, like, Ordovis, obviously. Again, I think Bleed is going to be better on Morgott. For at least 1 or 2 procs. Yeah. I mean, that was pretty quick. Oh my god, stop. Give me a second. Probably not worth it to use this ult on Morgott, because I want to use my ult on the opening of Gladius. Okay, I definitely pressed the roll button there. I swear. That time I did not, but that's just because I'm bad at the game. I forgot about the second one. It's fine. I kind of want to run the crit build, but it's also kind of RNG dependent, because you do need some weapons that give you extra crit damage to make that, like, really useful. If you don't know, one of the relics from the new Everdarks, or I guess from the first Everdark, but still, from an Everdark gives you, like, plus 38% crit damage, which is crazy to build off of. Let me not die to Morgott. Come on. There it is. And then you can stack that with other crit bonuses too, so you can get an absurd amount of crit damage. Especially if you stack it with weapon buffs and stuff. But again, that is a little bit RNG dependent. Alright, I guess we'll see if the Forked Greatsword is more good, more gooder than Helton's. I mean, it's a magic. Or it's frost, isn't it? I don't know. I think that's pure physical still. But I also don't get the bleed. I get frost, which is a lot harder to proc, right? I'm not good at this game. I'm not good enough at this game to make this decision. I'm gonna pick that up because I'm a coward. Gonna pick that up because I'm a coward. And pick that up so I can be greedy. And do terribly at this fight. Alright, attempt 1. Let's see how this goes. I'm gonna open with the ult, just because they're all gonna start attacking me immediately. Wow, really? Stance break immediately? That's kind of crazy. I don't get the special extra damage from doing physical, or from holy damage, but... yeah, see, they're being a lot more aggressive than they would be in solos normally. And this isn't even doing the special attack as far... or I don't think. Oh my god, they're doing it again already? But yeah, this is the reason I haven't beat this boss solo yet. I tried as Iron Eye, and I got one shot at level 12, because that was a very bad run. If I'm playing for bleed, I should one-hand, but I also probably shouldn't play for bleed. I'm not going to be able to be that aggressive. Ow. So I should probably switch to Helton's and two-hand. Oh my god. Terrible roll timing. I'm good at the game, I swear. Okay. Phase 1 done. At way less health than I would prefer to be at. I forgot about these attacks. This is where I use the Opaline. I probably should have waited. Admittedly. But it's fine. I dodged the actually hard part. That's what matters. I forgot about that follow-up. It keeps going. Yeah, if you're seeing this and still expecting a first try, I hate to break it to you, but I'm not good at the video game. I did carry in duos one time with another Wilder, which was my proudest achievement. Wait, debuff? What is that debuff? Did I break the holy thing? I forgot about that attack. Oh. Well, everything's fine. Uh-oh. Okay. I do still have the Wind and Graces. I did kind of forget about that. Hey, stance break. I should pop this. Probably should have popped that a while ago. Okay, back off. Actually, I should keep running, because this first part only has so much range. This part does not have only so much range, but... I don't know how long Exalted Flesh lasts. I think it's a minute. Alright, that has... This is the one that just keep going. I'm surprised they haven't split yet. Oh, there it is. Oh my god. Okay, there goes 6 cents. I should not have approached. Everything's fine. Everything's a-okay. $30 to 60 seconds? Okay. I think that was 1 minute. I would love to have my ult recharge here while they're still doing this. I think that already, or that always like ends with the explosion, and I was not paying enough attention to the main one for that. It's fine. Okay. That's fine. Openings, high frames were instrumental there. That's fine, actually. I'm okay with this. Assuming it doesn't run away immediately. Cool, cool, cool. This might be first try. Don't get greedy. That's all that matters. Just ride it out. Okay, this is the one that keeps going. I have to remember that. Pull up. Oh, wait, no. And then it has the charge. That has a weird delay. Okay. Still have 2 revives. I just need to chill out. And focus. Oh, get greedy. Probably should have tried to do an attack there. Don't get greedy. Okay. I'm gonna be honest, I completely forgot about those first 2 attacks. I'm like, okay, get ready to run away and avoid this, but nope. Okay, everything's fine. Sorry, I'm not reading chat. I'm sure you can understand why. First try! Oh my god. I was not expecting to do that first try. That was a long fight. Oh my god. Gotta do the wilder aura farming, of course. Stance break got autofilled as Mprig. That is a great way to end off a first try solo Everdark Gladius. Oh my god. Right. Easy game. Stream's over.